It's time for the PlayAction Sports Report, the only show in the Tennessee Valley with local athletes and coaches in the spotlight. From high school sports to youth sports, you get interviews, highlights, results, and more right here. Don't go away. The PlayAction Sports Report is next. Whether you're in the market for residential or commercial property or looking to sell your current home, land, or building, make your first call to the Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Paula and James can help you with everything you need, whether you're buying or selling. Call Paula at 777-4916 or James at 656-2370. You can also see their listings online at alrealsolutions.com. Look for them on Facebook too. The Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Real solutions for real estate. If you're looking for an advocate for family law cases including divorce, child custody, and child support, visit the Lambert Law Firm, LLC in Athens. Wills, trusts, estates, and juvenile law too. If you have a contract, business, personal injury, or construction dispute, see the Lambert Law Firm. They also offer non-disclosure agreements. The Lambert Law Firm, LLC, on Facebook and at 112 West Market Street in Athens. Call 256-431-4129. No representation is made that the quality of legal services provided is greater than the quality of legal services provided by other lawyers. Athens Utilities comprises Athens Electric, Athens Gas, and Athens Water Services. Together, we are committed to providing reliable and affordable electricity, natural gas, and water and wastewater services. We operate as part of the City of Athens, and just like our city's motto of Athens is classic Southern character, we believe in supporting what makes our community special, and that includes Athens and Limestone County sports. Call 233-8750, go by their office at 508 South Jefferson Street, or look for the link online at athensal.us. One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past, with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. Join us for Applebee's Tailgate Talk every Saturday morning at 10 on WKAC. We'll talk to coaches and sports figures of local interest and get their thoughts on whatever comes down the pike. We'll also announce our latest Athlete of the Week and give away an Applebee's gift card and a Tailgate Talk t-shirt. Applebee's Tailgate Talk, Saturday mornings at 10 on your Tailgate Talk app, on your Amazon Echo or Google Home device, online at tailgatetalk.net, and on the air at 1080 WKAC. Welcome to this week's edition of the PlayAction Sports Report. It's episode number 4, so if you're wondering what you've missed so far, you can find earlier shows on the major podcast platforms, including iTunes, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and more. There's a list of them on our website, pasnetwork.net. You can ask Alexa to open the PlayAction Sports Report podcast. You can find them in the podcast section of the PlayAction Sports app, or you can always go online to our website, pasnetwork.net. This week, we'll be featuring James Clemens Athletic Director Jason Watts. Now, you've heard him on the PlayAction Sports Network in numerous football and basketball halftime shows, and we always focus on the sports at the school, but we've never really talked about him. So we'll give you a little bit of the scoop on Jason later on in the show. Right now, let's backtrack to take a look at news and results brought to you by Lambert Law Firm.
Backtrack.
Congratulations go out to the James Clemens cheerleaders for their UCA National Championship in the varsity non-building game day category over the weekend. The squad also finished second in Super Varsity Division I. Sectional track meets over the weekend. In Class 1A at Fort Payne, Lindsay Lane's Whitney Price Cook won the 100 meters and 100-meter hurdles. Sydney Perkins finished first in the 16 and 3200 meters. Natalie Furlong placed first in the 300-meter hurdles. Madeline Dazan took the top spot in the javelin. javelin. Cade Kirkpatrick won the boys' high jump. Athens Bible School's Meredith Romans claimed first place in the girls' shot put and discus. Jack Bradford finished in the lead in the boys' 400 and 1600 meters. Elkmont's Alex Kuntz won the 3A 1600 meters. In 6A at Fort Payne, Athens' Avante Thompson won the long jump. Jack Tregoning was first in the shot put. The girls' 4x100 meter relay team came in first. In Class 5A at Guntersville, Ardmore's Nathan Stafford was first in the 100 meters. The boys' 4x100 meter relay team won their event. East Limestone's boys' 4x400 meter relay team finished first. And in 7A at James Clemens, the Lady Jets' Reese Yarborough won the high jump. Madison Rose placed first in the long jump. Cadence Hunsinger claimed the top spot in the triple jump. On the boys' side, Benjamin Thomason took first place in the long jump. Willie Campbell won the triple jump. And the boys' 4x100 meter relay team came in first. In Monday's soccer playoff round 1, the Tanner boys held off Danville 3-2 and will face Collinsville in Thursday's round 2. James Clemens golf teams came in second to Huntsville in sectional play. The Jets were led by Jackson Miller and Brooks McKellar, while the James Clemens girls were paced by Gracie Prince. The ABS boys finished third behind Luke Davis's 75. Individually, Lindsay Lane's Will Abernathy was fourth in 1A and 2A, and Chloe Rubel finished first in 1A to 3A. Elkmont's Jeffrey Payne was at fourth place in boys 3A. Athens High's Gray Gaston and Eli Harwell were at the third and fourth spots in 6A. In softball, James Clemens fell to Scottsboro 7-5 and Coleman 6-1. In Tuesday softball, Tanner whipped May Jemison 12-0. East Limestone got by Elkmont 6-4. Both James Clemens soccer teams were ousted from the playoffs. The Jets were taken out by Grissom 5-0, while the JC girls were edged by Sparkman 2-1. Remember, you can go online to pasnetwork.net and check out the scores we have there, along with past shows, game archives, and more.
The PlayAction Sports Report.
If you're looking for an advocate for family law cases, including divorce, child custody, and child support, visit the Lambert Law Firm, LLC in Athens. Wills, trusts, estates, and juvenile law, too. If you have a contract, business, personal injury, or construction dispute, see the Lambert Law Firm. They also offer non-disclosure agreements. The Lambert Law Firm, LLC, on Facebook and at 112 West Market Street in Athens. Call 256-431-4129. No representation is made that the quality of legal services provided is greater than the quality of legal services provided by other lawyers. Athens Utilities comprises Athens Electric, Athens Gas, and Athens Water Services. Together, we are committed to providing reliable and affordable electricity, natural gas, and water and wastewater services. We operate as part of the City of Athens, and just like our city's motto of Athens is classic Southern character, we believe in supporting what makes our community special, and that includes Athens and Limestone County sports. Call 233-8750, go by their office at 508 South Jefferson Street, or look for the link online at athensal.us. One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past, with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. If you're on the lookout for a nice place to eat and have a little fun, check out Mac's Sports Bar and Steakhouse on South Jefferson Street in Athens. Mac's has karaoke every Tuesday and Thursday night from 8 till midnight and live music every Friday and Saturday night. Mac's Sports Bar and Steakhouse. Great food and good times. Hope to see you there. Call 232-6161 for takeout. Mac's Sports Bar and Steakhouse. Whether you're in the market for residential or commercial property or looking to sell your current home, land, or building, make your first call to the Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Paula and James can help you with everything you need, whether you're buying or selling. Call Paula at 777-4916 or James at 656-2370. You can also see their listings online at alrealsolutions.com. Look for them on Facebook, too. The Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Real solutions for real estate. Applebee's Tailgate Talk wants to recognize our local athletes, and you can help. Go to tailgatetalk.net throughout the school year to vote for the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. The winner will receive a gift card from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and a t-shirt from Gotcha Covered Screen Printing and more. Submit your own nominations for future polls, too. While you're there, check out the Tailgate Talk archives and see what you might have missed. That's the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Cast your vote today from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and 1080 WKAC. Welcome back to the PlayAction Sports Report. This week's Athens Utilities special guest spotlight focuses on James Clemens Athletic Director Jason Watts. Now, we featured Jason on our football and basketball halftime shows over the last couple of years, but we've never really featured him. So we're going to do that in this segment. Jason, thanks for coming on the podcast with me. I do want to go ahead and get this out of the way. Now, we've gone through this year, with all the protocols, and now the governor has lifted the mask order, but everything's still not wide open, with the student athletes. So I don't know, maybe it's easier to ask what players and fans are still not allowed to do.
Right now, we're still kind of, with the nature of the sports we have with baseball and softball and with track, there really were never any hard numbers for those two sports, just because there is an area that people can spread out.
Right.
And just by the sheer number of the size of the crowd for your typical softball game or baseball game. So we're still encouraging people to wear masks. I know whenever myself or Dr. Clayton are there at a game, I still always wear my mask as trying to be an example that, hey, even though the mask ordinance is kind of gone, I know at least here in the school we're still requiring kids to wear masks. We still try to do that at events, and just being protective and just trying to finish out this year. And if there's some different guidelines, we try to start it one way and trying to finish it pretty much the same. And so that's kind of where we are.
Okay.
We have had a little bit of we put an attendance limit on track meets, but we haven't exceeded that number, just because of, like I said, it's the space and the area that people can have to spread out. So it kind of hasn't affected things very much.
Okay. Is it kind of left up to the individual school districts as far as, what they want to enforce and not enforce?
Yes, sir. It's that's kind of where we are. And with athletics, the state has given us, they've never mandated anything. It's been more, their things are called, they put out best practices.
Yeah.
And so but at the end of the day, the things that we put in place were, we took everything, their best practices, into consideration, but then everything was sort of ran through the central office, and they approved all of our plans of how we would handle football, basketball, and everything as we were going through the year.
Yeah, and I think y'all have been pretty lucky. Football didn't really have any issues as far as having to cancel a game. Now, of course, I take that back. You did cancel the one game, at the first of the season, but that was more of a precaution instead of a quarantine situation, I guess.
Yes, sir. I think that goes back to, I really think it all goes back to the fact of this summer when they told us that we could get kids back in the buildings and start workouts and practices. I think it was just the fact of how we structured everything and the amount of importance that we put on it with our coaches, and then how they translated that to how their communication with the kids and families. I think that's one of the things that really helped us. And what we found here is we really didn't feel that, even when we had someone that tested positive and we had kids quarantined, that it really, we didn't see that transmission that we felt like it was while they were in school. There was very, very few cases where someone that was in quarantine actually tested positive because because of their exposure at the school to a person who either tested positive or something like that. So I think it goes back to just the level of communication that our coaches had, and how, you know, we put a protocol in place and they stuck to it and didn't waver on it. And, you know, I think it was a big testament to everybody, with the coaches, parents, and the kids.
Yeah. Now, am I thinking the right thing? Was there maybe a couple of basketball games that had to be canceled because of that, or is that?
There were, but it was everything on our end. It was cancellations due to an opponent.
Okay.
That was facing issues.
Okay.
We were in good shape. I think we may have had to do. I take that back. I think there may have been a situation where a portion of a couple of JV games may have been canceled because of a couple girls that were quarantined. And then our numbers were just low, so we just made a choice to cut a couple of those.
Yeah. Let's take a look at your background. Yeah, who is Jason Watts, and how did he get where he is today?
Well, I'm originally from small town of, well, it's kind of two towns right together, but they're separate, both Dora and Summerton, Alabama, and Walker County. I went to Dora High School and, you know, played basketball and football. Had a chance to go to play a year of college football at Sanford in Birmingham. Stayed there for a year, and I didn't really enjoy it the way I anticipated I would, and so I had over the Christmas break, I had a jaw surgery, and kind of sat out of school for a quarter, and then went to Bevel State Junior College for about a year. And then one of my buddies, he said, "Hey man, I'm going to Alabama in the fall. You want to go and be a roommate?" So I was like, "Sure."
Roll Tide.
I ended up at, went to Alabama, and at that point we still didn't really know what I wanted to do, and, you know, kind of just decided that I wanted to coach, and so at that point it was, okay, what am I going to teach? And so I decided I majored in secondary mathematics for teaching, because I knew that, you know, hey, if you could teach math or science, you wouldn't have any trouble getting a job. And so that's the route I took, and I always had dreams of thinking that I wanted to be a high school varsity coach. But I ended up with, when I finished school, I interviewed in Jefferson County at Pleasant Grove High School, and then left there and drove to Homewood and interviewed for a position at Homewood Middle School, and they offered me the position, and talked with the principal, and she said, if you can find the classroom, the job is yours. And so I'm like, well, it's mine then, because I'll find the classroom. So I started there, and my first year was in 2000, teaching 7th and 8th grade math, and started off the year just coaching football, and then they needed someone to coach track. And then the head wrestling coach, he had lost an assistant. He said, "Hey, you want to help me coach wrestling?" I was like, "Well, Coach, I'd be glad to, but I don't know anything about it." So he said, "That's all right." So I spent my first probably 2 years basically as one of the kids. I was at practice. I was basically practicing with them, just learning the sport. So I spent 13 years in Homewood coaching middle school football, and loved it. Realized real quick that, especially once I had kids, that, you know, I still kind of had that itch to do high school, but I started thinking about the time commitment, and it just grew into loving coaching middle school football. We had probably the most qualified middle school staff in history, several guys that played college ball, and a couple of them played some arena football and training camp for the NFL, and so it was a good group, and we had a lot of fun. So
you eventually made your way to Sparkman, and then now you're at James Clemens. This is your second year, right?
Yes, sir.
At James Clemens.
I kind of was at Homewood. My wife kept, you know, saying, "Hey, when are you gonna make this move into administration?" Because I had gotten my master's, I had my EDS, and I was like, well, it's whenever I feel like it's time. So my first job as an assistant principal was in Gardendale at Bragg Middle School.
Okay.
And I was there for 2 years before moving up to before I got the job at Sparkman and moved up to the Madison area. And I was there for 4 years. When I was hired there, Mr. Shaw asked me to he said he wanted me to take over be the athletic director, and I said yes, sir. And it's kind of 4 years there was a lot of fun, learned a lot, and a couple of years ago, before I moved over here with Dr. Clayton, he contacted me about when Mr. Smith left and if I'd be interested, and then here we are today.
When an athletic director comes into a school, how much can they do, as far as change goes? That's assuming if you see something that you might like to do differently or improve.
Well, I think a lot of that just goes to really the vision of the principal of where it's just based on the situation of the status of the program.
Uh-huh.
When I got to Sparkman, there were lots of things that we wanted to change, but more of the things we wanted there was more of just getting everybody working together. Kind of just things that kind of seemed like each sport was just more individual, and so there it was kind of easy just sort of go in and just get people working together. So I think there are some things. I know Dr. Clayton's always, anytime I have an idea, he's very supportive, and if it's something that will benefit the program, usually it's all in, and it's the fortunate part about coming to James Clemens is things where it's a great program, and so there hasn't been a lot of change that we've had to do. Just try to tweak some things to make them better and just improve upon what was already in place.
Yeah, and I didn't mean to. I had contact with Rocky Smith, your predecessor, and things seemed like they were going pretty well. So I don't want to throw anything off on him because it just seemed like it was going pretty well. And I know every time we come to carry one of the sports there at James Clemens, I don't know, I just feel an energy there that I don't feel at a lot of other schools.
And I think that's that's our goal. I have a hard time of turning things off. For me, if there's something going on, I like to be here, and I like to be around. And so my motto or my thing is I'm gonna try to step in and help and put in work and help our programs to be the best they can be. And so we're trying to do things the right way. We're trying to get people involved and try to build excitement for our programs and support for our athletes. And you at a place like James Clemens, or really at any school, but especially at a large school, we say this all the time: you gotta come to work ready to work, because it's full speed ahead from the time you wake up until about the time you go to bed.
Yeah. Now, do you have anything exciting in the works that maybe you can talk about?
Some of the things, of course, we're back in the head coaching search to replace Coach Tucker in the girls basketball program. So that's something that we're working on. But some of the other things that we're kind of working on is really trying to restructure how we do fundraising for athletics. And so we've got a couple things that we're working on that we hope will be very successful for us. But it's just a little different. I know as a parent, I don't like selling stuff, and I don't like going out and knocking on doors. So we're trying to come up with some things that were being used to an extent by a lot of our teams, but just trying to get that all under one umbrella and sort of unite forces to see if we can do more for everybody by working together.
Yeah. Well, as far as sports at the school goes, things seem to be moving in the right direction. I mean, that success led to losing your head football coach in the last few months. And then, of course, you mentioned Coach Tucker is moving on too. So, and even the girls cheering the sports on are winning awards.
Yeah, and so it is. I mean, it's just, and I think it has a lot to do with, well, there's a lot of things it has to do with, but when you have good people, leading your teams, and people that are interested in doing things the right way, that's what you want. I mean, you want good people because they do things the right way, and people buy into that, and they're not in it. It's not all about winning, and if you do things the right way, usually the winning takes care of itself. And so I think that's one of the things that we've been very fortunate here is just the individuals that we have and the coaching staffs as a unit that really work well together and have built not just a winning season, but they built a winning program. And so I think that kind of goes for the whole. And there's always areas and things that we need to improve upon, but I think overall, when you look at it, overall things are, like I said, things are heading in the right direction.
Yeah. Well, before I let you go, just for fun, is there something? What's something that people who know you might not know about you? Maybe a guilty pleasure or something like that.
That's a good question. I don't know, because I'm kind of outside of small groups. I'm kind of a quiet guy. I don't really draw a lot of attention to myself. I kind of like being behind the scenes and just put my head down and work. So, that's a tough one, because I'm guilty of pouring a whole lot into my job and then pouring the rest of it into spending time with my family. So that's a good question. I don't know if I have anything really good that would really surprise anybody.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but sometimes there are things that you wouldn't be embarrassed for folks to know. It's just that folks just don't know it.
Yeah. So if you ask my daughter, she would say, "Nah, he's just boring."
Okay. Well, I appreciate you taking your time out with me, and I guess we'll be talking to you again down the road. Hopefully your girls basketball coaching search will have a good result for you.
Well, that's what we're hoping on.
All right. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir, Mr. Lambert.
That was James Clemens Athletic Director Jason Watts. Thanks again to him for joining us. Got a show idea for the Play Action Sports Report? Email us at playactionsports@hotmail.com. Send a message to our Facebook page or text us at 434-1PAS. That's 434-1727. We'll be back with more of the Play Action Sports Report.
The Play Action Sports Report.
Athens Utilities comprises Athens Electric, Athens Gas, and Athens Water Services. Together, we are committed to providing reliable and affordable electricity, natural gas, and water and wastewater services. We operate as part of the City of Athens, and just like our city's motto of Athens is classic Southern character, we believe in supporting what makes our community special, and that includes Athens and Limestone County sports. Call 233-8750, go by their office at 508 South Jefferson Street, or look for the link online at athensal.us. One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past, with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. If you're on the lookout for a nice place to eat and have a little fun, check out Mac's Sports Bar and Steakhouse on South Jefferson Street in Athens. Mac's has karaoke every Tuesday and Thursday night from 8 till midnight and live music every Friday and Saturday night. Max Sports Bar and Steakhouse. Great food and good times. Hope to see you there. Call 232-6161 for takeout. Max Sports Bar and Steakhouse. The Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship has been set up to honor the legacy of Bama Zach Green, a huge fan of the Crimson Tide, along with Limestone County sports. The scholarship will go each year to a male and female athlete from Limestone County. Checks should be made out to Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship and can be sent in care of Garth Garris, 13833 Pinnacle Drive, Athens, Alabama, 35613. Donations can also be made in person at First State Bank of the South at 1319 Highway 72 East in Athens. Thank you for showing your support for local athletes by giving to the Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship. Are you a good sport? Enter your name to be our good sport on the PlayAction Sports Report. Every Wednesday during the podcast, we'll announce the winner. You might pick up a $25 gift certificate from Max Steakhouse in Athens. Just go online to pasnetwork.net, look for the Good Sport tab, and register. The Good Sport. Our next one could be you. From Max Steakhouse and PlayAction Sports. Youth volleyball registration is going on throughout the month at the Athens Rec Center for ages 7 to 13. Cost is $40. For more information, call 233-8740. The James Clemens football team will be having a mattress sale on May 2nd from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. at the school. For more information, text JETS to 205-291-0049. The Athens Gators swim team will be holding registration in May. For more information, visit their website at athensgators.org. West Limestone will host their second annual Little Wildcat Youth Football Camp on May 22nd from 8 a.m. till noon at James Kennemer Stadium. Cost is $30. Please register by May 14th. For more information, contact Coach Shelby Davis at shelby.davis1@lcsk12.org. Athens Youth Spring Football sign-ups will go through May. For more information, call 256-366-3502 or 210-885-0175. The Ardmore Youth Football and Cheer Association will start their sign-ups June 1st for flag football and tackle football divisions. Email Thomas Combs at thomas.combs079@gmail.com. UNA Women's Basketball will have various camps in June. For more information, go online to unagirlsbasketballcamp.com or go to the North Alabama Women's Basketball Facebook page. Auburn University will be offering various football camps throughout the month of June. For more information, go online to auburnfootballcamps.com. UAH women's basketball camps will be going on June through August. For more information, go online to chargerbasketballcamp.com. Various fitness classes are being offered Monday through Saturday at the Athens Rec Center, including Super Circuit, Yoga, Balance Boot Camp, and more. Call 233-8740 for more information, or visit the Parks and Recreation page on the Athens City website at athensal.us. Congratulations to Bryant Pepper, our Max Good Sport of the Week. Bryant wins a $25 gift certificate from Max Steakhouse in Athens. Go to pasnetwork.net and register your name or a friend's name and listen to the PlayAction Sports Report every Wednesday on your favorite podcast platform, in the podcast section of the PlayAction Sports app, or on the PlayAction Sports website. The Max Good Sport of the Week from Max Steakhouse and PlayAction Sports.
The PlayAction Sports Report.
If you're on the lookout for a nice place to eat and have a little fun, check out Max Sports Bar and Steakhouse on South Jefferson Street in Athens. Max has karaoke every Tuesday and Thursday night from 8 till midnight and live music every Friday and Saturday night. Max Sports Bar and Steakhouse. Great food and good times. Hope to see you there. Call 232-6161 for takeout. Max Sports Bar and Steakhouse. Whether you're in the market for residential or commercial property or looking to sell your current home, land, or building, make your first call to the Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Paula and James can help you with everything you need, whether you're buying or selling. Call Paula at 777-4916 or James at 656-2370. You can also see their listings online at alrealsolutions.com. Look for them on Facebook, too. The Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Real solutions for real estate. If you're looking for an advocate for family law cases including divorce, child custody, and child support, visit the Lambert Law Firm, LLC in Athens. Wills, trusts, estates, and juvenile law, too. If you have a contract, business, personal injury, or construction dispute, see the Lambert Law Firm. They also offer non-disclosure agreements. The Lambert Law Firm, LLC, on Facebook and at 112 West Market Street in Athens. Call 256-431-4129. No representation is made that the quality of legal services provided is greater than the quality of legal services provided by other lawyers. Looking for T-shirts with just the message you want? They're as close as your computer or mobile device. Just go to daddyoscustomtees.com and look through the selection of designs for the perfect one. Or say just what you want with your very own designer message. Daddy O's Custom Tees features short and long sleeve T-shirts, plus sweatshirts, hoodies, aprons, mugs, and even pet apparel. With Daddy O's Custom Tees, you can have it your way, whether you need 1 or 100. Go to daddyoscustomtees.com. That's DADDYOS Custom TEES.com. daddyoscustomtees.com. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the PlayAction Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the PlayAction Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC. You've been listening to the PlayAction Sports Report. Log on to PASnetwork.net for archives of this show and past shows, along with game streams, and to keep up with what's going on in Limestone County sports. Look for our monthly column in Athens Now, available everywhere. You can contact us by email at playactionsports@hotmail.com, by sending a message to our Facebook page, or by texting 434-1PAS. That's 434-1727. Be sure to tune in for the PlayAction Sports Update weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 on the air at 1080 WKAC. And catch up with us again next week for another edition of the PlayAction Sports Report.